Dear children, I will discuss the multiple choice questions in chapter 6. How many important control structures are there in Python? The control structures in Python are sequential, alternative, iterative. Therefore, there are 3 types of control structures in Python. elif can be considered to be abbreviation of. Abbreviation means short form. So elif is the short form of else if. Which plays a vital role in Python programming? Statement, structure, control, indentation. All the options seem to be correct. But look at the control structures here. If else, for loop, and while loop. Note that the statements block are indented. Therefore, indentation plays a vital role in Python programming. Which statement is generally used as placeholder? In this example, within the for loop, if I modulus 2 is equal to 0 colon, if the condition is true, pass. So I have given pass here as a placeholder. Pass means do nothing. It is a null statement. So pass can be used as a placeholder, which means now you are giving pass, that is you don't want to do anything, but in future you may want to do some action, so you can easily replace pass with that action. So pass is generally used as placeholder. The condition in the if statement should be in the form of. So if condition, this condition should be such that it gives a Boolean value, true or false. Relational and logical expressions can only yield Boolean values. Therefore, the condition in the if statement should be in the form of relational or logical expression. Which is the most comfortable loop? If elif is not a loop. And in Python, there are only 2 types of loops, for loop and while loop. So do while cannot be the answer. So we have only 2 options, for and while. Look at this example with the while loop. This example will print numbers 1 to 10. Here I is equal to 1 is the initialization, I less than or equal to 10 is the condition, and I plus equal to 1 is the updation or increment step. To print numbers 1 to 10, we can also write a for loop. In this for loop, the range function itself takes care of the initialization, condition, and updation. So when you compare both these examples, you can see that the for loop is the most comfortable loop because it is easy to write and it involves less steps. Which of the following is not a jump statement? What are the jump statements in Python? Break, continue, pass. Therefore, the answer must be for. And also for is a loop. It is not a jump statement. For I in range 10 generates the values. So range function has 3 parameters, start, stop, step, out of which start and step are optional. So here range 10. So 10 is the stop value. Since start and step are not mentioned, it does not mean that they don't take any values. They take default values. That is start is 0 and step is 1. when start and step are not mentioned, start is 0 and step is 1. And also range function will generate only up to stop minus 1. So range 10 means it will generate up to 9. So we can rule out the options which cannot be taken. First option cannot be taken because it is ending with 10, from 1 to 10. And also third option we cannot take. And since the default value of start is 0, we cannot take the fourth option also. So the answer has to be from 0 to 9. So for I in range 10 generates the values from 0 to 9. Which is the correct for loop to generate values 2, 5, 8, 11 and 14? So let us write the range function for that by looking at the values given here in the question. The start value is 2. The stop value must be 15. Then only it will stop till 14. And the step value, how to find the step value? You should find the difference between the pair of adjacent numbers 2 and 5. Difference between 2 and 5 is 3. 5 and 8 is also 3. 8 and 11, 3. 11 and 14, the difference is 3. So the step value is plus 3 because it is in increasing order. So the range must be 2, 15, 3. So the third option is the correct option. Which statement skips the remaining part of the loop and starts the next iteration? So look at this example. Within the for loop and inside the if statement, there is a continue. So this continue statement skips the print statement below it and it starts the next iteration, as you can see from the arrow which is shown there. Therefore, the statement which skips the remaining part of the loop and starts the next iteration is the continue statement. The jump statements in Python are, just now we saw the jump statements, break, continue, pass. So the answer must be all of these. Which statement provides control to check true block as well as false block? So look at the syntax of if-else. If condition colon statement block 1, else colon statement block 2. So here statement block 1 is executed when the condition is true. Therefore statement block 1 is the true block. And when the condition is false, the else part is executed, which is the statement block 2, which is the false block. Therefore, the question is, which statement provides control to check true block as well as false block? The answer must be if-else. Program statement that causes jump of control from one part of the program to another part of the program is called control structure. This is the definition of control structure. Program statement that causes jump of control from one part of the program to another part of the program. Which statement brings the control out of the loop? So in this while loop, within the while loop, in the if statement, there is a break. This break statement brings the control out of the loop. Therefore, the answer is break. The control structures in Python are sequential, alternative, iterative. Therefore, the answer is all of these. Which statement will generate all 3-digit odd numbers? Let us fill the range function. The first 3-digit odd number is 101. Therefore, start value is 101. The last 3-digit odd number is 999. Therefore, we should give stop value as 1000. Then only range will stop till stop minus 1. And the step value should be 2. Because the first number is 101. The next odd number is 103. The difference is 2 plus 2. Therefore, the answer is for I in range 101, 1000, 2. Which punctuation should be used in the blank? So in this if-else statement, after the condition, you should place a colon. What is the output of the following snippet? So here t is equal to 1. While t, this while loop, t is the condition. Since the value of t is 1 and 1 means true, the Boolean value true can be also treated as 1. So the condition is true. Therefore, the control enters into the loop and it will do the print statement first, print true. So true will be printed, and then after the print there is a break. So we know that break statement brings the control out of the loop. So until now, what is the output which has happened? That is, true is printed. So the output of the following snippet is true. And snippet means it is a word given to a small block of code. What is the output of the following snippet? Here I is equal to 1 while true. So the condition is already true. So control passes into the loop, into the while loop. And I is equal to 1 if I modulus 3 is equal to 0. So now we have to calculate that condition. I modulus 3 is equal to 0. So do the calculation. 1 modulus 3, because I is 1. 1 modulus 3, modulus is the operator which gives the remainder after division. So the answer is 1. 1 modulus 3 is 1. So you substitute in the condition if 1 is equal to 0. 1 is equal to 0. It is false. So the break will not execute now. Instead, the control will pass to the print statement. So print I. So what is the value of I? 1. So you can see the output. 1 is printed. And comma end is equal to empty quotes. So when should we give this end is equal to empty quotes? If we want the next output to appear in the same line, because each print will print the output in a new line. If you want all the outputs to be printed in the same line, then you can use this parameter end is equal to empty quotes. And next to the print statement, I is incremented, I plus equal to 1. So what happens? The value of I now becomes 2. And once again control goes into the while loop. While true, it goes into the while loop. Again it will do the if condition. If I modulus 3 is equal to 0. So now you calculate I modulus 3, which is 2 modulus 3, which gives 2. So substitute in the condition 2 is equal to 0. 2 is equal to 0 is false. So now also the break is not executed. Control passes to the print statement and it will print 2, print I. So it will print 2. next to the 1. And then next statement, I plus equal to 1, will increment I and make it 3. I is equal to 3. And once again control passes into the while loop to do the if condition. If I modulus 3 is equal to 0, now I modulus 3, that is 3 modulus 3 gives 0 because the remainder is 0. If 0 is equal to 0, now the condition is true. So when the condition is true, the control will pass to the break statement. And you have seen already the break statement brings the control out of the loop. So therefore look at the output which this program has given, 1, 2. So it's not 12, it is 1, 2. So what is the output of the following snippet? The answer is 1, 2. So how we are getting this answer? It's because of the break statement. Which statement in Python is called a null statement? So I discussed this in a question already. Pass is called as null statement. It is also called as a placeholder. A loop placed within another loop is called. So a loop within another loop is called a nested loop. Range 4, 10, 3 generates. Here 4 is the start value, 10 is the stop value, and 3 is the step value. Stop value is 10, but range will generate up to 9. So starting from 4 up to 9. So we can rule out the wrong options. The first option is 3, 6, 9. The starting value is 3, which cannot be because start should be 4. The third option also is wrong. The fourth option, 4, 7, 10. 10 cannot be generated because range will stop till 9. So after ruling out the wrong answers, we are having only one option left, which is 4, 7. So how do we get 4, 7? It is because of the step value. Step is 3. So start value is 4. So you take the start value and then you step 3. That is after 4, 5, 6, 7. And then take 7 also. Then after this you cannot step because there are only 2 more values left, 8 and 9. So this range function generates 4 and 7. How many types of alternative statements in Python? Alternative means branching. For alternative, we use the if statement. There are 3 forms of if statement in Python. Simple if else, if else. So therefore, there are 3 types of alternative statements in Python. Which control structure is called looping? Here among these options, token is not a control structure, so we can rule that out. Sequential means executing statements in order, therefore it is not looping. Alternative means branching. So iterative means looping. So which control structure is called looping? It is iterative. There are 2 types of loops in Python, for loop and while loop. So for and while are iterative statements. Range start, stop, step. In this, which are the optional parameters in range function. So already we have seen this. In range function, start and step are optional. So the answer is start, step. That's all, children. Thanks for watching.